Electric Fields were asked to be ambassadors for Fringe. Electric Fields had worked with Iwiri before, and we'd always thought about potentially doing more work with them.
I've, kept in contact with Dianna and Zaachariaha over the years in wanting to collaborate on something. We didn't know what it was, we just wanted to in some form.
The idea of the three elements for INMA, having the dance collective, the Iwiri choir and Electric Fields coming together, we pretty much manifested that earlier on in Electric Fields' career, and then to create this magic and give it to Adelaide Fringe, and it did the job that it was supposed to do, and we're just very, very happy about it.
We'd come up with INMA as a working title, so to speak, and it went through quite a few processes to actually become the actual title, which is actually the perfect title anyway, because it's ceremonial song and dance.
It is a really good moment that we do have when we share our music with the audience, and then there's this feeling of co-working with the audience when we're conjuring something beautiful in the atmosphere through our music.
We were representing Ngunnawal people and their language, their stories, their songs. So a lot of what we were going into this project, a lot of those stories and content, are individual segment of a story that might be over 1,000 years old. So it's told in the artistic way where it's palatable for your audience. So we can show you the traditional side, we can also show you the contemporary side as well.
From our direction process, what Gina and I did, we just sat together and we constructed a flow. It was a complete work. It wasn't a kind of stop, start, item clapping. I did really want to have it weaving in such a way that the traditional and the so-called that's often perceived as in the past needs to be perceived as a living thing. And so Gina and I sat down and constructed the songs of Electric Fields, which have got language in them, the songs of Electric Fields, which are contemporised INMAs, and the traditional songs which the choir would do, and created a shape.
I went in going, oh, is this going to work? Because we only had like 8 rehearsals or something ridiculous like that. Usually a production like this will take, 3 months at the least.
Electric Fields is very fortunate to incorporate the Nkunjara language into our music. It's a beautiful opportunity to, especially for me, to express myself through my language, because it is a part of my identity, and then I get to go and give it to Australia and also teach them certain words that whatever it means. There's just a nice feeling of teaching your language. That is a part of the identity.
Come on!
Opening night, I was a little nervous, but once all the elements were on the stage and people were entering into the arena, I glanced across the stage and I saw the singers, the Iwiri choir, I saw the dance collective all get into formation, and it just felt like, wow, okay, I could take a good deep breath because we're about to go and do something that really hasn't been done in Adelaide before. And once I allowed that energy of, okay, everybody's in starting mode, we're about to go do something amazing, I was really calm. And once the lights lit up the stage and then I saw all their faces, they were ready. They were ready to give a really beautiful show to the sold out arena.
Seeing that it was a sold out show kind of really just reinforces how important creating that space is for everyone to be able to share and exchange in that type of kind of deep space. It was a deep space.
We went into that opening night very nervous, I didn't know it was going to pull together so well. I didn't expect the standing ovations. I was quite surprised backstage watching, going, guys, back on stage, it's a standing ovation.
How do you plan an encore? I just know, like, what Electric Fields was bringing was there was going to be a strength, but then to feel the dance collective get their standing ovation and Iwiri get their standing ovation, and then all of them together, it was just like, I don't know. It was a really special moment. It was one of the best shows I have done in my career as an entertainer. Winning the pick of the Fringe was pretty beautiful. I enjoyed it. I just automatically was like, okay, now we've got friends that can fund the next show that we can do. Sorry.
I'd really love to thank the Fringe Festival for all the support that they've given us, and particularly their commitment towards, First Nations presence in their programming, and for just the beautiful team spirit that they've got.
Being on that stage, just that realisation of having to deal with that strength of culture, it allowed for us to all realise what we're here to do and what we're representing.
Yeah, lots of people cried, lots of people laughed. A lot of people talk about the joy and the emotion that they experienced throughout, and people are still constantly talking to all of us about it.
Curtains are opening up to those that have kept it shut. Do you know what I mean? There's always been a big performance happening behind those curtains.
From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow.
As Zaachariaha put it, the curtains have been opened, and what's there is stunning and incredibly important and very powerful because it reaches people right here.